Welcome to Sunday School for our senior high students, ages 18 to 24, for Sunday, June 18th, 2023. I do not own the rights to this music. Our Bible basis is coming out of Isaiah chapter 29, verses 9 through 16. The Bible Truth, Meaningless Worship. The title for our story today, For Real. Would you like to come to church? Ashanti had been asking her friend Myra every week for months if she would like to join her. Every week, Myra said church was not for her, but this week she sat beside Ashanti in the pew. As the service began, Ashanti watched Myra as the music started. The girls in their row clapped and sang, but Myra hovered in the background. Ashanti sang with all her heart, worshiping God and thanking Him silently for bringing Myra to church. On the car ride home, Myra was quiet. So what did you think of church? It wasn't what I expected, but it makes sense. What do you mean? Ashanti asked. Every day you have this joy on your face, like nothing could ever really get you down. So far, you couldn't get back up. The worship at your church has that same joy. So I see where you get it. So, is that why you finally agreed to come? Are you looking for that joy too? I guess so. All I know is some Christians can talk a lot about God, but you actually mean it. You say God is powerful, and then you prove that you believe it when you do what's right. You talk about the Bible being true, and I see you actually reading it. When you sing in church about how great God is, I know you actually mean those words. Not everyone does. Lots of people have invited me to church, but this is the first time I have gone. The lesson scripture, Isaiah chapter 29, verses 9 through 16. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out, and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers hath he covered, and the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned. Wherefore the Lord said, For as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but I remove their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, Who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. The people in Isaiah's audience happened to be some of the best of the Jewish nation. God had every right to expect a great deal from them. They had the Levites to educate them on God and His Word. They had prophets to bring them messages directly from God. And they had the advantage of past experience to warn them of the consequences of disobedience. These people, rich with resources, assembled to worship God, but something was missing. They sang the songs, but nothing sank past their lips. Anyone can sing a song without meaning the words, and that's exactly what this group did. They only sang so that everyone around them would know they were God-fearing people. But when God peeked at their hearts, he saw the worship did not come from there. It was external, only for show. They sang of God being great, of bowing before him, but they didn't mean it. They assumed they could be good enough by simply singing the songs and saying the right words. But the only ones they pleased were the people around them. God knew better, and he was displeased. Not only were they not good enough for God, but their worship offended him. They soon learned the danger of saying what you didn't mean, a danger that remains today. Questions from our story today. Question 1. Why do you think Myra didn't want to go to church before this? Question 2. What made her change her mind? Question 3. What do worship songs mean to you? Do you mean the words you sing? Questions from our lesson scripture. Question 1. What does it mean to have a heart far from God, even while worshiping him? Review verse 13. Question 2. Do you think God is aware when people worship just for show? Review verse 15. Question 3. Why do you think God kept these people from understanding his message? Review verses 10 through 11 of the lesson scripture. The next time you sing a worship song in church, think about the words you are singing. Do you mean them? Or are you simply repeating them because you're supposed to? Evaluate what you say about God. Is it something you truly believe, or are you simply repeating what another person told you? Before your next worship service, write out an answer to the question, why am I about to worship God? The memory verse for today's lesson. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. And that's Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13. The end. God bless you, and thank you for joining me today. Make sure to search the scriptures.